Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Punk Rock Review, home of a bunch of opinionated crap you don't care about. Also the home of the feedback you provide that we don't care about. Keeps us on an even playing field. And we like that. Real quick shout out to our sponsor. Well, that was fast because we don't have one. Anyhow, moving straight into it today. Today we're going to be talking about a musical artist, an entity, entertainer, that probably doesn't get enough coverage, all right, in the social of the media, in the platform of the tube of the U, whatever. Maybe there is some inherent, surrounded emphasis and focus on this, musical masterful creator, Maybe there's not. Without further ado, of course, today we are talking about the one and only Sharon Apple. That's right. Sharon Apple. You might be saying, Sharon Apple, the AI? It's like, yes, Sharon Apple, the AI from Macross Plus. What a fantastic musical entertainer Sharon Apple is. And you might be saying like, oh, it's just, a musical creator that put it together and did the score for it and everything like that. But in Macross Plus, the Sharon Apple A.I is fantastic musically. Just crafted brilliantly. The visuals to accompany it, if you are visually watching it or looking at it, just complement it nicely, especially for what it is and what it, presents the listener and the viewer at the same time. Sharon Apple A.I, it's an artist that you wouldn't think that you would normally hear about or hear talked about. And that's why we knew the minute that we came across it, the minute that we heard it, the minute that we haven't finished it yet, we're only halfway through. But the minute that we had gone through Sharon A.I.'s little concert, everything like that, we knew we had to talk about it. We wanted to talk about it. It was one of those. And it's fantastic because we love talking about stuff that just sounds good on the ear holes. And like when we talked about, recording artists like W. Heath Fowler or anything like that, or whenever we're, talking about other aspects of, musical endeavors that we are entirely in love with, like Neutral of the Snap and the Brown of the Goosesses. We love some brown goosesses. When you come across another musical entity that's out there that can fill your ear holes with the sounds that you want them to be filled with, that you didn't know you wanted them to be filled with, that's what Sharon Apple is able to bring to the listener as they embark you upon the experience that is Sharon Apple A.I. You might be saying, how can we see Sharon Apple? How can we listen to Sharon Apple? I don't know. Those are all questions. The answer is, tell the musical entity that is Sharon Apple to make their stuff more readily available to listen to. I don't know. That's probably the solution. But it's a fantastic thing. So if you ever want to listen to some Sharon Apple, pop in some Macross Plus. It's in there. You can check that out. I'm not buying a fucking anime to listen to some AI music. Well, then you better hope someone pirates that shit. And then you better hope that they actually don't, because that's illegal. Jeez. We wrote a little song. We're going to play it for you now. Not something that we usually like to do on this channel. But sometimes we just feel the messages are so relevant to the topic at hand that we're dealing with, talking about this, that, the other. So we're going to take the liberty of playing it for you now. Sharon Apple A.I. You know that your music can make a grown man cry. It's pretty good. All right. That's pretty much all we got to say about any of that. Sharon Apple A.I, what can be said about this one? It gets a good old-fashioned N for neat. Check it out if you're able to. Or don't. I don't care. Do whatever you feel like. Mainly you should feel like giving us money. Do that. Unless you don't have enough to give us. In which case, spend it on yourself. Or, I guess, unlikely, but people you might love or appreciate more than us. Give it to them. But we'll take any crap you got left over. Have a good one, you probably didn't. We'll catch you next time. Probably won't.